Okay, I'm just gonna make this sweet and quick. Preferably be on about maybe 5, 10 minutes. And I'm saying all this because, sorry, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes. Wait a few minutes and then I will get this party started. Okay, disclaimer for those that don't know that receive SNAP benefits on the last update was 8/9 2023. SNAP benefits increased on October. And it says benefits are increasing starting October the 1st due to the cost of living adjustment COLA. Maximum allotments are increasing by 3.5%, and everyone will receive some increases. This increase is automatic. There's nothing you have to do. I'm going to go and close my door because I have birds and I really don't want them to be making too much noise. Just bear with me for a second. Okay. No, this thing did not come out of here. Y'all bear with me. I'm getting it together. I have this new tripod that I have purchased off of Temu, and I'm in love with it. Okay. Okay, I'm about to get started. Hello, everyone. And for those of you that don't know who I am and who you are, I call my YouTubers, the subscribers, Ohana. Okay, and that means family. So I wanted to address that because I think sometimes when you have a community, you need to put a name to it. Okay, what you see, grandmother of five, is also true. Okay, so I have been coming on quite a bit, and one of the reasons is I want everybody to get familiar with the space and my platform and things I do. And what I do on this one is I take care of my grandchildren. I shop, vlog, um, motivation, inspirational things, life. And I talk about a life lesson, blessing, and I also talk about things that we all have probably at one point in time in life had endured. But this has really been weighing down on me, this topic. It's soon to be October. And if you don't know, for those of you that do, breast cancer awareness is one for October, and domestic violence. So pink and purple is the color. If there's some other awarenesses out there, I'm pretty sure you can Google on Google. Every month has an awareness. But what I'm about to talk about, I don't like waiting until no holidays. I don't like waiting until the month. This is something that we should talk about all the time. And what it is abuse. Due to be if it's mental, physical, sexual, emotional, um, overeating, any type of abuse. It's kind of hard to say sometimes. But anyhow, and the reason why I'm addressing it is, like I said, October is domestic violence. And I have been seeing so many people going through some life issues from when they was a child. Okay. And sometimes I like to share things with people. I'm 57, okay? I've been through hell, underneath the ocean, don't know how to swim, drowned, and came back up, okay? If I talk about my life, I don't want to put no name to it. And if somebody asks me a question, I'm going to answer it the best way I can without still putting a name on it. I had a bad childhood. I've been mental, physical, emotional, sexually abused in any way that you could possibly think, and emotional. I was very timid. I was very um, quiet, shy, easy to cry. Okay. And I don't mind sharing this. And the reason why I don't mind sharing it, because first and foremost, it's my story. Okay. It's not no fabrication. It ain't no lie. It ain't nothing that I'm just trying to put out here for a storyline. And this damn show ain't no pitch or what they call skits, right? If I say something about what happened to me, I'm going to say it the same way each time I say it. I'm finding that sometimes when people tell things, they tell things because of something that they don't experience, that they saw someone else go through. And so they're trying to take and add and mix it all up, right? How far back can I remember? I can remember something that I told my dad just recently. And I thought I was born in Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, right? Mm-mm. What happened is when I was probably a year old, I had to been, because the year that I was born, and the story once he told me, we went to Arkansas. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, you know what? There you go. And I thought that's where I was from. So as far back as I can remember, I had to been one. I have a granddaughter that can remember her grandfather that passed away in 2017. She was born in 2015. So she was not even. Matter of fact, she had just turned 2. And she remembers him. She called him Pop Pop. She remembers him. She used to sit on the bed with him, eat bananas, go in there, talk to him. And she was just barely just turned 2. And he passed away the following month. So fast forward on that. But I'm going back. I can remember as far back as, I'm going to say 1 to 2 years old, at least. And I confirmed it through my dad, what I was talking about. And he told me what it was. So I was like, oh my goodness. At least I could say it wasn't a dream. It was something that I had always thought because I visualized it. You know what I'm saying? So I was born in 1966. He told me the reason why I was thinking about this is because his family, which is my family too, my dad's mom and brothers and stuff like that. Because I asked him, I said, how did y'all end up coming to where we live? I'm from Kansas. I'm a Kansas native. And he told me, he said, 2 of his brothers, when they once they got a certain age, you know how you want to venture off, go to different parts of the world, you're old enough to do what you want to do. And they end up coming. They liked it. And they packed up everybody from Arkansas. My dad's from Helena, Arkansas. But it's no longer on the map. So I guess the next closest place is Pine Bluff. Okay. He said we went to get the family, to bring the family from Arkansas. Mind you, recap, I was 1 or 2, and my dad confirmed this. So as time went on, I'm talking about remembering things. I remember everything that's ever happened to me in my life. I'm talking about people making up lies. I'm talking about people that's talking about things, and as they share it, their story changes. You got to stay on point with it, okay? My story is this. I've been messed up. And I've been done wrong. I was a good child. But sometimes when someone knows that you are a good child or a good person, you get taken bad, or I didn't want to say bad, you be treated bad. That's the word I want to say. And you be mistreated. I'm saying this because, again, recap. October is Domestic Violence and Cancer Awareness Month. Excuse me. And I don't like to wait until those months come to address these topics. We should talk about things every day. And as we talk about everything, it's a part of healing, okay? Should no one lie about somebody mistreating them? Should no one lie about somebody mistreating them? Should nobody lie about nobody beating them, sexually assaulting them, or any of the things? But one thing I can say about my story is you don't have to put a name on it either. Sometimes in life, as you experience things as far as abuse and sexually, physically, mentally, emotional abuse, as you go to grow older, if you don't get help, you're going to always be broken. Sometimes you got to take accountability for your actions and what you want in your life and what you're allowing things to happen in your life. And you keep allowing things to happen in your life. That's just like if I was abused as a child and I get with a man and he abuses me. You don't have to be with a person that a man or a woman that abused you because you was abused at home. It comes a point in time you got to break these generational curses. This is what I'm talking about. It comes to be about a time when you can talk about it. But why are you talking about it and you ain't getting help about it? Go sit on somebody's couch. Write a journal. Talk to someone. And my best thing is to getting help. Don't talk to a family member about it. Talk to someone that you don't know, but y'all going to, like, say for instance, if someone's going to a counseling session or something, talk to that person. Y'all can relate. Okay? Talking to your family all the time is not a good thing. And I'm not saying it to be a bad thing, but it's not a good thing because this is your healing time. So me, when I met my kid's father, I was 18. He healed me. He helped me to heal. I should say it like that. I was an 18-year-old young woman, as I was, because I was a woman, always carrying myself as a woman, lady, girl, nothing other than what I was supposed to be at the age that I was. If I was a girl, I act like a girl. If I was a teenager, I act like one. When I became a young lady, I act like one. I respect myself, okay? Some things you can fix yourself. Once you become your own individual person and you start having a family and life of your own, sorry about that, y'all. You have a family and a life of your own. Change it. Make it better. Don't sit in it and talk about it all the time. This is something I'm seeing on social media as I speak. And like I said, this is about to be Domestic Violence Awareness in October and Breast Cancer Awareness. And I'm going to stress that in periodically throughout this video, because for those that's coming in and wondering what the hell she's talking about, this is my medicine. This is my thing. I was treated bad. And I was treated so bad that I tried to run away from home. I was treated that bad. I didn't want to be in that family no more. I was treated that bad. Real talk. Now, me saying that, do you see me putting labels and names on it? I could if I want to, because this is my truth. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out it happened in home. Who did it? Did the mom do it, the dad do it, the sister, or whatever? I don't care. I was abused. I was, okay? I cried all the time. I didn't say stuff. I didn't even ask for nothing. If your siblings asked for some chips, Mama, can I have some chips, candy? They asked, but I didn't, and I wouldn't get it. Fast forward, I'm going to keep moving on because I don't want to get too deep into it. And it's the reason why I'm saying this again. I ain't saying this to bash no one. I ain't saying this to throw stones, but I'm saying it because I keep seeing people talking about these things, and when they talk about these things, they're not doing anything to get help about the situation. Why are you going to sit up there and make a spectacle of yourself by keep talking about the same damn thing on the internet, social media? Ooh, okay. Now, I'm going to come back a little bit. Can it be beneficial? Yeah. Because you're socializing. Social media, socializing. But the point I'm trying to say is and address is, why am I going to keep bringing it to social media, live in it day in and day out, and be crying snot booger tears, and you're just putting it out there, keep putting it out there, and you ain't doing nothing to try to get help? You can't blame nobody for everything all the time. My mom did something to me one time. I said, my mom, okay? And she apologized for it. In my house, on my sofa, sitting in my living room in 1996, she apologized to me. And I'm saying this to say, I commented on somebody's live not too long ago. Forgiveness is for you and for you only, okay? If they apologize, it's either up to you to want to accept it or not, right? But accept it so you can move on, so you can heal. That does not mean you have to be in that person's space. And even if you forgive them, they're going to have to answer somebody one day. There's a higher power. But don't sit up there and say, like, for instance, my mom, she never been there for me. She never did nothing for me. And last month, I'm just throwing some examples out here. She done went to the store and bought me a house full of groceries. Okay. Ain't that doing something for someone? Last time I checked. Or when I had my son, for instance, this is my truth. My mom came all the way from where she was, 2 hours away. I was 19, young. I ain't gonna say dumb. Hell, if you don't know, you don't know. That don't mean you're dumb, right? Didn't have no experience of being a mom or nothing. Just got pregnant, right? She came in that room and she told that doctor these words. Get that baby out of her. Because my water had broke. So I'm saying that to say, was my mama there? So I look saying, my mama ain't never did nothing for me. My mama ain't been there for me. And she was at the hospital. I don't give a damn if it was once, twice, 3 times. And I ain't talking about a lady, okay? Lionel Richie song, right? Some people is ungrateful. Ungrateful. Because if I did not like my mom, sister, brother, daddy, or who have you that done me wrong, I don't want to accept nothing from them. You just as jacked up as that person. So, oh, this person did you wrong. This person did you some kind of way. So you're going to take advantage and use them. You sick too. Break these damn generational curses. Break these cycles. I'm telling you, break them. And so, as I say, I met my kid's father. I was 18. Okay, he helped me. He loved me and unconditionally loved me. I got 4 kids by him, and he's gone. And I don't give a damn. Seem like I'm about to get teary-eyed. I'm not. This is an example. When they're gone, there's nothing you can do about it but live in that guilt. There's nothing you can do about it. But I can always look up and put a smile on my face and know that I was a good wife, mom, and daughter. Despite how I got treated as a child, I loved my mom. I'm not getting into detail, but I loved my mom. I took care of my mom. I used to be on the phone with my mom. I'm talking about hours. I remember she'd get off of dialysis and she'd call me. And she said, Lisa, Mama's home. I don't give a damn if I get teary-eyed. It's sad for those that have a mom and a father. But I'm talking about a mother-daughter relationship. And you don't have them no more. And you got these people out here in this world that got their mom, dad, or whoever may have raised them, guardianship. I'm raising my grandchildren. And my granddaughter tells me all the time, Grandma, you're doing a real good job. She said, you look so tired. She said, you need to eat. You need... My granddaughter tells me this. My grandson said, Grandma, you so beautiful. I mean, and I'm not gonna turn around and say, the way I look? No, you appreciate that comment, the kindness. My mother passed away January the 20th, 2014, 10 days before my birthday, which is January the 30th. She got laid to rest the day after my birthday. And my uncle, which was her brother, passed away the same day we laid my mom to rest. Mm-hmm. The last thing I can remember my mom saying, because she called me Lisa. All my family called me Lisa. Lisa, Mama wants you to come up to the hospital. I had to call my dad, and my kid's father was living at the time, to tell him that I'm angry because I had money to give so someone could take me to the hospital to see my mom. I didn't have enough for no taxi. So one would probably say, well, if you have money, no. Where I lived in the hospital was far, okay? But at least I could have given them probably $25 to $30, but I didn't have that to get there. It might have been $60 to $80 to get there, okay? So this is how I have to come at it. Why you didn't catch a cab or why you didn't catch a bus? I stayed far from where the hospital was. And you best to believe when my mom said, Lisa, Mama needs you. Lisa, Mama needs you. I didn't blink my eye. I used to stay around my mom, my three sisters. I said we used to stay in a C. Okay. My baby sister stayed across the street, literally right across the street from my mom. I stayed on the opposite side from my mom and my sister, but you had to go across a light to get to my mom. If the light is green, 2-3 minutes. If it's depending on how long it takes the light to turn, give or take, I can get to my mom's house in 3 minutes. I say 3 minutes. That's just how close. My other sister stayed. It probably would take her probably 5 minutes if it ain't no lights, and then my other sister probably about 6-7 minutes. But it was still close. My baby sister right across. I used to get up where I lived and sit with my mom until her transportation come to take her to dialysis. Certified nurse's assistant. My family know that I take things serious. My mama would ask me, what should I do? What do I need? And then I took care of ill patients. I'm talking about with cancer. And I sat with them if they had strokes and assisted living facilities and stuff like that. I take things serious. Daycare and licensed babysitter, foster mom. I'm all across the border or board that person. Okay? I'm that person. You can hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. Please. I would go over there to make sure she had everything she needed to go to dialysis, her bags, her insulin needles. I would have her put grapes or sometimes lifesavers. For her, when your blood sugar is low, you can suck on grapes and it can bring it up quick. And to make sure she was, okay and she wouldn't fall. When it was time for the transportation guy to pick up my mom, because she was in the wheelchair, to take her to dialysis, and then they wheel her up on that machine, raise it up, put her in the vehicle, lock it down. Everybody knew me. And if for whatever reason, if I didn't go to my mom's house, and trust me, it wasn't that often. It wasn't not that often. It was nothing too good for me and my mom's relationship. I don't care what no one else say. I will be there. My son, my oldest, she used to say, my son's name is Albert. I showed Miss Albert he had moved because he took care of grandmother. He's a tall boy, strong, and he would help his grandmother in the wheelchair. She would call. I had a van at the time. Can Albert come and take me to get my infusions? He would get up out the bed so quick, he wouldn't even, you would think that he wasn't going to touch the ground. His foot didn't hit that ground. He wouldn't even wash his face. And I say, Albert, Grandma, I want you to come. Like I said, we stay close by each other. He'd go there and get my mom. She had to go and get infusions and sit and wait on her. And when she passed away, my baby got broken. My whole family got broken. What is she talking about? Recap. Appreciate your mom, your dad. Because I'm going to tell you something. When they leave, they're gone. And if you don't make peace or amend with them, you're going to always be broken. And even though they did you the way they did you, forgiveness is for you. It's for you. It ain't for them. Sometimes you got to forgive yourself. Sometimes you got to declutter your brain, open up your mind. And if somebody comes to you and say, I would like to talk to you. You don't have to be in each other's space. You ain't even got to sit close to each other. They could be on the other table and you could be sitting here, but y'all talking because you're still feeling some kind of way, right? When you becoming an adult, act like one. We got to set our minds to not be childish. We got to open up our mindset. And I'm saying this, all the stuff I've been through, and I ain't the only one, but I'm talking about my story because I don't know yours. I shouldn't have no respect for no one. I should walk around here hating, but I don't hate no one. Ex-husband, relationships. But I can only say this. I take accountability for some of the actions of what I allowed in my life and to happen to me. And I'm saying this because it's so sad for people to come on social medias and put all of their dirty laundry on here. I'm trying to bring awareness to bullying, domestic violence, and cancer. Those is the three things that is really dear to me, and also Kidney Foundation. If I was to ever strike it rich, make it rich, be rich, because I am going to be a manifestor, I already got a list of places or things, organization, foundations, or whatever that I'm giving to. Kidney, cancer, diabetes, paying tithes, and there might be another one, but those four for sure. Cancer, diabetes, and kidney. And then ties to my church in my hometown. I want to give to no other church. I want to give to the church that I went to as a child. I stood up at the age of 12 and I was baptized. And my mom and daddy didn't know I was going to do it at all. I remember I was sitting down in the pews, as they would call them back then, and when they said, "Come to Jesus," that song, if you want to join church, and I was sitting on the pew, and I was sitting on the one close to where I could just get out and go up there, and I went up there. My daddy was an usher. We sang in church choirs as kids, and my mom was in church choir and a lady group, and then my uncles were deacons, okay? And I went up there and they asked you little, questions or whatever. And I remember I said these words. I said, I wanted to come up here. I'm just going to wrap it up a little bit. And give myself to God because I felt it in my heart to do so. I was 12 years old. I got baptized, and that's the church I'm talking about that I will give my tithes back to the church I got baptized at. And if I felt in my heart to give to another one, but that's my home church, hometown, where I was baptized, and I feel like that would be good enough. So again, cancer, diabetes, and Kidney Foundation. Those three, yes. Mm-hmm. Make amends. If you have a mom or dad, I ain't talking about siblings. I'm talking about parents. When I say parents, whoever raised you, because it might have been a grandparent. If I'm not mistaken, I saw a lady had a birthday the same day on here, and she passed away the same day on her birthday. I don't want to quote it wrong, but I saw this. And I was like, oh my goodness. She was celebrating, probably go to heaven. But I miss my mom so much. And that just, for a long time, it messed with me mentally because she passed away 10 days before my birthday. And how I found out was on Facebook. Who the hell put something like that on Facebook? What happened to family members getting in contact with people? People have my number, so it wasn't that's not the reason why they couldn't. On Facebook, you get on there and you see so much stuff like Rest in peace, Aunt Betty. Hold up. What? What? And the guy I was dating at the time, he was in the bed. I don't know if I was getting up or was up. And that's the first thing you see, top of the home page. Okay? Wait a minute. I lost it. And it took me, and right to this day, like even me talking about it, I miss my mom. Because a lot of things that I'm going through now, I wouldn't be going through it. She was so supportive. And when my mom passed away, all our family seemed like they just split, went separate ways, broken and everything. And same way with my kids. When their father passed away in 2017, I don't care. They don't have to tell me. Something in my spirit is telling me they have not grieved or mourned. They didn't. And so I get to see my kids broken. And the aura of that, because I'm an empath, it tears me up. So here I am, holding it all together. June 18, 2017. And this is what? September 2023. 6 years ago. And my kids don't have to tell me this. I know. Because something I'm going through with two of my children. Are you talking about tons of bricks on my shoulder? I'm not going around here hating nobody, but I'm mad as hell because I wish my mom was here. People get it together. You got to do better. I wish my mom was here. I'm saying this to recap. Abuse, domestic violence, awarenesses, whatever you are going through in life. You can watch the beginning if you choose to. Get over it. And I thank God for the man that he brought to my life. That was my kid's father. And I haven't found one like him. And let me not say that. Take that back. Because there's no one alike. I can correct myself on that one. But he was the best thing. I'm talking about in a love relationship. Not no father. My dad, I love my dad. He's still living. I ever had in my life that really, truly loved me. And he's not here. And I said, that's not fair. We have grandchildren, and I feel like I'm doing for him. I'm doing for him for our grandkids and my children. Let me tell you something. I had predicted last year that I was going to have $10,000. Straight face, and I ain't lying. I had it. And I ain't talking about all at once. I'm talking about total that I was going to have it. I don't have it. And I said this morning, it's about to be wintertime. I'm not a last minute person. I'm like 3 months into it. God, please bless me with a car. I say car, but I'm talking about vehicle. Because I have to walk my granddaughter and watch my grandchildren at the thing. And it's going to be snowing and raining and all that. And she always say to me, Grandma, I need to put on the jacket. No, you don't need to put on one now, baby. So Grandma gonna get you some raincoats and umbrellas and stuff like that. And I'm just saying, some things you don't have no control over, and your back is up against the wall, and it just changes your life drastically. And that's where I've been saying lately, I feel like I'm kind of like getting overwhelmed, because it's not just myself I have to think for. And I'm not complaining about it. But I'm like this. I don't like being last minute. I'm not a procrastinator. So when you see that title, Grandmother of Five, believe that. They ain't just no title that I put on here for clout. Plenty of videos going down. You see the kids. I don't show them so much now because they be in school. And when I get on, like in the morning times, yes. But weekends or days out of school, if we're doing activities and things, yes. I did one with them. I think it was Saturday. Oh, wasn't this Saturday? Anyhow, they exist, okay? Trust me, I know they do. I could turn this camera around right now. You see this room, my closet. Flooded. And I'm like, oh. I'm looking at all this stuff in here. I had to literally one by one count the clothes that either got, I got a wash, damaged, soil, smell, or whatever. And when that lady told me that, I said, are you serious? She said, count each one of the clothes individually. I said, I know she's trying to be funny. So here I am taking pictures and videoing it. Because like I told her straight up, if they really messed up, you can get the messed up ones. Like the guy that brought the machines out here for my closet, the dehumidifiers, 2 big machines, and then they turned around and came back through here with a small one. Then they came in here with an air purifier. And when they came in here, each time they came in here with a dehumidifier, I said, no, it takes all of the moisture out of your freaking house, room, whatever, your throat, and you can't breathe. And I was unplugging it. I'm sorry. And I told him, I said, I couldn't do it. Me and my granddaughter still bringing up phlegm. Okay. So I'm saying that I'm grateful they came in here and they got my closet, tore up the carpet. They had broken the wall down because come to find out the maintenance guy that is my neighbor, he showed me, or told me, I should say, that it was a flood. First, the lady tried to say, well, what was it? Was it a leak? No, it wasn't no leak. And matter of fact, if you looked in my closet, because he came over here to evaluate the situation once I put in the work order, I determined something was wrong. I went in the closet, and then I'm going to end this slide. And I felt something wet. I said, well, maybe my granddaughter put a washcloth, towel. Kids do stuff like that. I know I don't, because I don't like putting wet stuff in wet clothes, and then they in there, and next thing you know, they mildew. I let it dry, then I put it in the dirty clothes. But anywho, and I was going to wash that day anyways. So as time went on, I said, something's kind of not smelling right. And I kept saying, this is so crazy. I want my son to come and help me redo my closet because he's done it before and I loved the way he did it. So I started taking stuff out. Boxes fell. Okay, this is my closet. So I have totes and I have some things like purses and jewelry or whatever. I don't have dressers, okay? So it's in my closet neat, right? Boxes fell on down to the ground. I mean, the bottom just fell. I got pictures and everything of it. I said, what the heck is going on here? It messed up my suitcase. I got pictures of that. I had some nice looking pants, pants, and stuff that was in the suitcase that I never taken out because when I had packed, I just kept them in there. So I said, okay. So when it all was said and done, they had to take. I had me and my daughter and the guy took all the stuff that was out on the floor. The ones on the hanger I didn't have to. I just pushed it back. Pushed it back. He told me this room. It's funny. I'm sorting clothes out, taking pictures, and recording so that I can start washing. Because even though they might not be messed up, some of them smell. And it ain't because they're dirty. I don't play that. So I already sorted out some whites and colors. And what I got to do now is, being that I document all the stuff, I got to wash. And when I wash, I got to record how many times I wash or take pictures and how much I'm paying to wash and dry. So on that note again, we only have one life, yes, and we deserve to be treated right. We deserve to be treated right. We wasn't brought into this world for no one to mistreat us. And that's the point I tried to make when I was in high school. I ran away. I wanted to be adopted out, all of that. I wasn't no bad child, but I didn't care. So I started skipping school, running away. And like I said, when I didn't finish this part. When I met my kid's father, he helped me. He helped me to heal. So I have to keep that in my mind when I feel lost, broken, hurt, sad, mad. I sit down on the side of the bed or whatever and I say, what's going on? Why is this happening to me? And I'm talking about with my children. I have 4 adult children. One 37, 35, one's about to turn 34, and my baby, she's 31. 5 grandbabies. So I said 9 kids, okay? And I support them all. And I can say this. My children supports me, but only thus far. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. Like, if I need them, they'll be here. I ain't gonna sit up there and make up no lie. My daughter just left from here. She needs someone to talk to. I'm like this. If you got a problem, I want to listen. I don't want to make your problem my problem, even though I probably done went through some of the similar things. But I can, once you get finished, and if you want to know how I did it or how did I fix myself, or still work in progress, that's why I call a journey. Like I said, weight loss journey, lifestyle. Okay? Then I tell you, it's not an easy, quick fix. And I don't want it to be. Just like the doctor told me, he said, you lose weight at a slow pace. Okay? And that's what I'm doing. I'm on a weight loss journey. I want to stay focused. I don't want stress. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel depressed because I know where that would take me. And my kid's father was in the military. We had a good life together until we moved to Florida. But I loved him. I love my mom despite things. And I love my dad. I forgive my mom because she apologized. And I took care of her. And I didn't take care of her, regretting taking care of her. I didn't take care of her, being mean to her. I pampered my mom. And I keep seeing this on here, mainly, not putting the person's name out. You better get it together and love your mom. I ain't talking about you gotta love your brothers and your sisters and stuff. Your mother, you only get one. And my thing is this, that person couldn't have hated you that much, or they could have aborted you. Yes, we didn't get brought into this world for no one to mistreat us. I get all that. Get over it. Sometimes you got to grow up yourself. I ain't gonna go around here. I was sad how I got treated, but I'm not gonna go around here cussing my mom out, cussing her out. And I can leave on this note to say, whatever I'm going through in my life, one, because I was a disobedient child. No. Mm-mm. Always remember, as I say, be you, do you, for you, and love you. You got to.